Right.
Oh my God, I have so many questions for Matt though. I also want to know if he talks to them like a normal person afterwards, or if they just are gonna forever be telling the story about. Remember that one crazy dude who came in here talking about how everyone's racist?
I think it'd be better if they left it like that.
I hope they see the movie and they're just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. What's up, guys? We're the Vimata brothers. I'm DayDreamer. This is Satirius.
How goes it?
And as you can see from the title, we watched Matt Walsh's new movie.
We sure did.
The title of it is Am I Racist?
No, you're not.
And we have some thoughts.
Before we get into it, we know that Matt Walsh is seen as a controversial figure.
Mm-hmm.
Some may even say he's a racist, transphobic bigot.
Mm-hmm.
But
and anyone who's called a racist, transphobic bigot deserves to be looked into, so we can denounce them with ferocity and I can't think of another noun. Vigor. Yes, ferocity and vigor. You're right. Nice.
So that's what we did. We looked into Matt Walsh with the hopes of being ferocious and vigorous. Turns out that he's not that bad, actually.
Yeah, he might even be, dare I say, dang.
Bold.
Yeah.
So we just moved on and watched this movie.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is your official spoiler warning. If you don't want spoilers, go watch the movie and then come back.
Yes.
Or don't. I guess that's also an option.
No, come back. No, you join us for the discussion.
Come back. I don't know why I said or don't. That was dumb.
All right, let's get into it. We thought about going through the entire movie, but the video would have been way too long, and DayDreamer gets tired when editing long videos.
It's not just tired. I have a lot of stuff to do this weekend.
My bad. Yeah,
this video has to get out by Monday. Cipollino needs his shirt by Tuesday. Yeah, and Canelo's fighting tomorrow. I have a lot to do this weekend. I can't edit a long video.
He doesn't have the time.
I get sensitive.
Instead, we picked what we thought would be the most interesting topics.
Starting off was the amount that they paid for the workshops and all the interviews for all these people to talk about how racist everybody is no matter what they do.
I know, it was insane.
It's insane. So this is a little breakdown that we made. This is how much they paid for the workshops. The only part that we're not sure about is right here, where it says $30,000 for a hosted event. So there was like 10 people in there. We don't think everybody paid $30,000. We have a theory.
I don't think so. Yeah, our theory is that Matt and his team hosted the event where Breeshia could host her workshop. And so all that together cost about $30,000. Yeah. What our theory is.
But we're not sure how much each individual paid.
Right.
Or at least, unless it's $30,000 each individual, which would be crazy. But I don't think that's the case. Or we don't think that's the case.
Either way, it's a lot of money to be told that you're racist. It's insane.
And this is how much the interviews cost. The one that was crazy was Jody Brown. She got paid $50,000. Get your money. That was sick. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Didn't say anything really.
She didn't say anything. That interview was not worth $50,000. But can you imagine getting paid $50,000 for nothing?
Just to mope and say,
Like, is it ethical? No. Does she need a new car? Maybe. Probably.
I'm sure she's using that money for her kiddos who are dealing with the trauma and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. I'm sure it's all going to her daughters.
It has to be, right?
Yeah, there's no way she's doing anything else with that money.
No way.
And also, Matt got a DEI certification that cost him $29.99. He was very subtle about this.
You may not recognize it's not that obvious in the movie that he got it, so you may not recognize it. Yeah, I tried looking up the website that he took his certification on, but I had no luck on that website particularly. But I'm sure there's some out there, right?
Yeah, but we couldn't find Matt's exact certification that he got. We also were interested in maybe getting certified, but we couldn't find it, and so this causes us to maybe call him a liar because we can't find it.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. He has the card.
You're right. You can't just get that card anywhere. You're right. My fault. Sorry, Matt.
The man has a card, and everybody has a card, and certification is legit. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's how that works.
The second thing we found interesting was Miss Kate Slater. Dude, the revolving argument of being racist or not inclusive enough. Like, there was no middle ground.
Yes. To be fair, at the end, she was kind of stumbling through it, but she kind of was getting there. This is what I think she was trying to say.
Okay, I'm hearing.
She was saying that it's okay for your little daughter, to admire people of different races and to like them and to love them and to adore them. But she can't dress as them because that is cultural appropriation, and that is wrong.
She's a kid.
That doesn't seem contradictory. That seems kind of like, okay, that you can follow that line of thought at least.
I guess.
It's still dumb. Dressing as somebody does not mean cultural appropriation. If done in a good-natured way. It's celebrating the culture, if anything.
Exactly that. Like, there's nothing wrong with celebrating something you admire.
Exactly.
Right? And then you can clearly tell when some people are being offensive and racist, right?
You can, yeah.
And,
but she was. It's a little girl who loves Moana and a little white girl who loves Moana and wants to dress as her. That is not cultural appropriation.
Moana. Yeah. Let her be Moana. For the third interesting topic was Breeshia's workshop.
That's the $30,000 one.
Right. And for being $30,000, surprisingly, it wasn't the worst out of all the events that we saw, but still wasn't good. Because she started off pretty much telling her students that she felt unsafe in their presence. No matter where she was, she always felt like she was in an unsafe space. Well, in a white dominant space.
Yes. No matter what, she was unsafe and she was trying. I loved Matt though when he was like, why? Why do you feel unsafe? Just one question and she's like, but she got her footing right away. She was like, oh, because mentally and emotionally. And once they say mentally and emotionally, you're like, I can't.
I can't do anything about that, right?
Yeah.
But then he asked another good question. It was like, do we make you feel like you're in an unsafe space? Look.
And she's like, yes.
This is not a mockery towards Breeshia. There may be some folks who are dealing with this issue. I mean, I'll give them that if they had traumatic experiences in the past. Yeah. But really, every scenario where you're in a white dominant space,
just too much.
Every single time, I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. And like any stranger can be a threat to anybody at any given time.
Exactly. But especially in that workshop, it's a workshop for people who are working to be anti-racist, and you're telling me you feel unsafe emotionally. I don't buy it.
Exactly. Why are you there in the first place? Unless that $30,000 sounds really nice, doesn't it?
Exactly. I think we know why she's there. I don't know how he did that though. Interjecting and talking as much as he did, I could not do that.
There's a certain level of confidence that he was able to have in that event in front of the people. But that, again, not the worst one that we experienced.
Yeah, even though it cost $30,000.
Right. The worst one, in our opinion, was Race to Dinner with Syra and Regina.
Oh my gosh.
Everything Syra was saying, dude, was just absolute hatred towards the women that were sitting on that dinner table with them. From white supremacy to the reason why there's like America's going to shambles.
She was just calling everybody racist and garbage, pretty much. That's all I got from that. Now maybe maybe we're jumping to conclusions too fast because we didn't take the entire workshop. Maybe it makes more sense if you really eat dinner with them. Come on. It's a possibility.
Sure, let's say that Matt and his team cut it up to only show the extreme things that she said, but she quite literally said, what was it?
You know how much
America needs to burn?
I was going to say, you know how much it angers me to say that America can't be saved and America's this and it's trash and it's not worth saving while you're at a table with a bunch of ladies who paid you $5,000 in our American capitalist system and you're benefiting from it. They're drinking a little champagne. Like,
grifting.
They're doing a very good job of making money off of these people, which is to an extent, I also want to be like, these people deserve it if they're that dumb. But I can also see how in the current climate you could be manipulated into this type of ideology as a white person.
I'm going to go as far as to say and give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they were manipulated into this.
Yeah, just to be nice.
Yeah, but there was no way like these ladies are taking this and not questioning the methods of Syra and Regina. There's no way.
Also, again, I want to just praise Matt. The fact that Matt was just a waiter, he wasn't a part of it, and yet he was still like, yes, no, yeah, like he was giving his opinions. Oh my gosh, dude, I was cringing in the best way possible. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but you know what I mean?
Dude, that last comment, raise your glass if you're racist, and they're all just
they raised it up, and then, oh my god, dude.
Matt, good job, man. That performance, good job.
Bravo.
Anywho's, in terms of ideology, Syra and Regina's race to dinner thing was
definitely the worst.
But in terms of like the best moment in the movie,
the most entertaining,
Robin DiAngelo.
Actually, no, sorry, the Jussie Smollett reenactment was also very, very entertaining. That was awesome.
Honorable mention.
You're right.
But Robin DiAngelo, dude, that. I have no words.
we're speechless.
We're speechless. Matt, standing ovation. What
he
the heck?
He got her to pay reparations to the guy. That's crazy, dude.
Now, in her defense and to her credit, she committed.
Yeah, true.
She doubled down.
I also want to give credit to her role playing because the scenarios that Matt put and for her to role, I thought she did pretty good. I think we can see why Netflix and Google hired her.
Yeah.
Because those scenarios, she played them off pretty well. All credit to her. Idiotic ideology.
Agreed.
But she did what she could with it, and I applaud her for that.
Absolutely. But just that reparations thing, I just sat there. Like, that was a suspenseful moment for me, whether or not she was going to do it.
I know, dude. I was on the edge of my seat like, dude, please, 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 please. I think the nail in the coffin, though, was, I don't know. I'm assuming Matt prepared for it. I think so. But he almost didn't get it because once Matt gave the guy reparations, she was like, oh, that was weird. And she was like, reparations is more of a systemic. And then Matt kind of interjected and he's like, yeah, but if I can do something right now, why not take action right now?
Yep.
Boom, dude. That's the trap. You got her. That's it. Checkmate. There is nothing else you can say. Anything she says, or most of what she says, will be looked at as bad in her ideology. And so she had no choice but to give him the money.
And she recognized that, which is the credit to her. Mm-hmm. So she got up, grabbed that money, and she paid him the reparations.
Oh my God, that was insane.
But what was even funnier is that $15,000.
Oh, because he paid $15,000 for the interview, and then he takes off $30. So now it's only $14,970 or something. I also thought it was brilliant with the mansplaining part. Matt Walsh literally mansplained to her what mansplaining was, and I don't know if he cut it out or if she just didn't catch it, but that was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo,
Matt,
bravo,
very good,
all around,
very good job.
It was great. So those were all the crazy parts that happened. But what we also liked is that he showed kind of more normal people, if you don't want to call them that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
As his DEI expert,
right? Exactly.
He went to them and just presented these crazy ideas, and all the normal people were just like, "What the heck?" That one guy says, "Like, you're the most racist guy I've ever seen."
Right. These DEI folks and these anti-racists, they just keep throwing it in your face, not realizing most people they're not thinking about what these people are trying to make the world seem like.
Most people, I would argue, are like the people in that biker bar. Where they're just saying, hey, just treat people like people and don't worry. Like, why are we so worried and focused on it? And
what's interesting is because I think they were also setting up that scene to make it seem like they were going to be aggressive, gun wielding.
I was wondering if Matt was at all nervous going into that biker bar, because that did look pretty intimidating. To be honest,
it did. It looked very intimidating, right? They got the "No Tread on Me" signs and everything up. So they're all tatted up, and they were probably the most level-headed folks in there, right?
Oh my God, I have so many questions for Matt though. I also want to know, if he talked to them like a normal person afterwards, or if they just are gonna forever be telling the story about, remember that one crazy dude who came in here talking about how everyone's racist?
I think it'd be better if they left it like that.
I hope they see the movie and they're just like, oh, okay.
And of course, like, he also did that one interview with the gentleman, the shop owner.
That shop owner was so wholesome.
Yeah, dude, the man was living his life. He was so proud of his country.
Yes,
that man he was at peace.
We love him.
Yes.
And we only wish the best for him.
Absolutely.
Because when Matt said, do you ever read anything about, he goes off on like all these books.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, nope, I just read my Bible and I live life, or something like that.
Oh, man.
I don't even believe in religion. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, that sounds sick.
He knew where he was. He knew what he had, and he had no issues with his life at all. And it seemed like everything in his life was just at peace. And you got folks like these DEI folks and these anti-racist folks just messing it up for everybody. But I think it was fair to mention.
But you know what it also shows?
What?
That it's the people in the cities. It's the people in like LA.
Oh, yeah.
I love California, but I do think we're the problem. Like the people in more rural America, the ones that are just living their life and just want to provide for their family and just live a good, normal life. They're worried about treating people as people and not worried about the color of other people's skin. And I think that was great that he showed that. We forgot a crazy part. so after that wholesome part, now we're back to the crazy. He almost got somebody to whip themselves.
Not somebody, like 10 people.
No, it was like 2 or 3, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
A couple of them stood up. That's wild.
That was courageous.
When your ideology gets so far that you can convince other people to do physical harm to themselves, I think that's where we can say, okay, this is too far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, it makes me think that I could start a cult if I wanted to.
But see, I can't help but think, and this is the devious side of me, the cynical part, is that all those people who claim to be doing the right thing, they're only in it for the money. And they know they can take advantage of people Because if you say something strong enough and you yell at them enough and you get enough people to make them believe that they're wrong, they'll just do whatever.
Which is the important part too, is that they're playing to their emotions. That's the key point, because none of this is
absolutely.
Most of this, some of it is logic, maybe, if you want to call it that, but a lot of this is emotion.
Absolutely.
And that's how we can start a cult.
we're not starting a cult. DayDreamer, tell them we're not going to start a cult.
We're not starting a cult.
Put the finger wicks away. Anyways, all around crazy ideologies, but also a nice little balance with some of the normal folk.
Yeah. Sorry, going back to it really quick. I want to know if some of those people were paid actors or not. Also, he got somebody to yell "F you" to Uncle Frank.
Hey, that was kind of a messed up joke by Uncle Frank.
What the heck? Joke was kind of funny, dude. I'm Mexican. I laughed.
I chuckled too, and I'm half Mexican.
Did it hurt a little bit? Sure.
My father's Mexican, and he supported a family of 5. Just saying. That was insane. It did seem like it seemed too good to be true.
Some parts of it. I really want to know if he paid any of them or if that was legit. Yeah. But I'm glad, if it is legit, that some people did get up and leave and said, "You're crazy."
And with the news
I am
events
severely worried, and I might try to contact, for no particular reason, the people who try to whip themselves. I just have a proposition for them.
Enough.
I just want to know.
We're not starting a cult.
I just want to know if they want to join a little club of mail we're making.
Moving on.
Whatever.
Matt Walsh did a good job. We thought he was going to be abrasive, rude, mockerish. He was genuine from what we thought. We actually thought he was trying to learn.
He wasn't combative. Nobody as far as we can tell, maybe he didn't put this part in the movie. Nobody he talked to with those extreme ideologies left the conversation with him mad or angry. I'm almost willing to bet that they were all like, "That was a great conversation with this guy. I hope he does well on his journey."
The thing is, I don't think I've heard any of them get mad or angry at the movie until the movie actually aired.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden they're all mad and they've all disappeared and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. They've all got rid of their Twitters. At the end of the day, all Matt did was ask questions about their ideology and then regurgitate their ideology to them. And they were all like, "Yes, this makes sense."
Right.
That's all he did. But if one is proud and confident in their ideology, they should have no problem with it having more exposure.
Agreed. That doesn't change the fact that it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They know it. I think they know it's ridiculous. I honestly do.
In conclusion,
we laughed. We cried.
I didn't cry.
We had internal moments where we felt.
That I did. But
not for the good reasons though.
Overall, it was entertaining. It had a good mix of comedy, storytelling, cinematography was actually good and impressive. When I heard Daily Wire, I thought it was just going to be another YouTube skit, but very Hollywood level.
It was an actual movie.
And it was engaging and intellectual. It was a good mix. All the elements of a good movie.
And to be fair to the other side, maybe at some point there was some merit to the ideas presented here. But as the ideology stands now,
they are concerning.
Yeah.
What's even worse is that these so-called anti-racists, they seem like grifters. The money has corrupted them. And these people willingly fork over this money just to be insulted and called racist. It's hard to believe that these workshops are genuine, but that's just our opinion. Maybe the rest of the world thinks differently, but there's no way.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Anyways, those are our thoughts on the movie. Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think Matt's a racist? Do you think
we're racist?
We can't be racist because I'm Mexican and you're half Mexican and half Filipino. Right. So you're double half not racist and I'm not racist.
And based on their logic.
Yes.
You got right. I actually don't feel safe. See you guys next time.
Okay.